Shelley, offensive tackle, Lampeter, Strasburg.
This is Mitch Swar, linebacker and fullback for Lampeter Strasburg High School, and you are watching Football Night on Flagship Network.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right. Shit.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Twin Valley High School in Elverson, Pennsylvania. My name is Max Gratzula. It's Week 9 of Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. Tonight, Lampeter Strasburg travels on the road to take on Twin Valley. The battle of two Section 4 teams here tonight, both teams with very solid records on the season, to say the least. Lampeter Strasburg with a record of 7-1, and Twin Valley with a record of 8-0. We're about to get set for the national anthem, and we will have kickoff momentarily. Let's take you through a couple of highlights before we do that, though, from last week. Twin Valley went on the road a week ago and took on Wild Missing, who's been one of the dominant teams in Section 4 as well. It's been a three-horse race at the top, and they went on the road and got the job done offensively, kept the ball on the ground for the most part, and really went right through that defensive line of Wild Missing. And that's one of the main reasons why they've been so successful so far this year, has been running that football and having that solid push from the offensive line. So will they be able to do that tonight on their home turf? That remains to be seen. Lampeter Strasburg is built in the trenches, and they have two Division I prospects heading to the Division I level a season from now. So we'll send it to break. When we come back, we'll have kickoff after the national anthem right here from Twin Valley High School. Everyone, stay with us.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Woo! Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
Welcome back to Twin Valley High School, everyone. My name is Max Gratzula, getting set for week number 9 of Friday Night Football. And it's Lampeter Strasburg and Twin Valley set to do battle. Lampeter Strasburg will wear their road white jerseys with the blue helmets looking pretty sharp under the lights. And Twin Valley will go with the home blacks and the green helmets as well. So 2 teams, high expectations preseason. And now that we're in week number 9, the pressure mounts even more. Twin Valley is set to kick off, so they will receive at the start of the second half. Keep that in mind, and Lampeter Strasburg will look to go to work offensively after the kickoff. It's homecoming night here at Twin Valley High School. King and Queen will be announced at halftime as well, and we have a very solid crowd on hand as we near the postseason. 1 week to go after tonight. And still a lot to be answered. 4 quarters of game action to decide who the true powerhouse in Section 4 is. And we are underway as the ball is kicked and bounced around the 5-yard line, fielded there by Lampeter Strasburg. And they look to set up solid shop offensively. And it's going to begin around the 29-yard line. So that's where Lampeter Strasburg and Asher Jones will begin their first offensive possession. Asher Jones taking over for star quarterback Caleb House from a season ago. And he's filled in admirably at the quarterback spot. Jones has thrown for 893 yards this season. And it's a pretty healthy pickup on first down as they keep it on the ground. There is a penalty marker down on the play. We'll check it. Cole Lopez, the senior, got the first touch of the game offensively. And here's the penalty. It looks like it's going to be a personal foul penalty against Lampeter Strasburg. We'll check the replay. Looks like it was an illegal block in the back. Number 54, Javon Brisma, called for the penalty. And that'll back up Lampeter Strasburg on their first play of the game. Back to Asher Jones. He's thrown for 11 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions on the year. And the Pioneers have only lost 1 game this season. That was back early on in the regular season against Warwick. That game finished 14-7. But since then, they've been steamrolling opponents. Lopez gets the carry yet again. He's spun down after a short pickup past the 20-yard line. And it's going to be a battle in the trenches here tonight. I mentioned during our opening that LS has 2 Division I prospects on the offensive line. Both of those guys come at the tackle spots. So that's going to be important to highlight as we continue throughout this one. Colin Shelley and Thad Wolf, those 2 anchored that offensive line. Lopez has gotten his number called multiple times now at this point from the backfield spot. This time he lines up in the slot. Jones will keep it himself, look to turn the corner. There's nowhere to go. Swallowed up by a couple of black jerseys. Joey Buckley, the first one there, in on the stop. Just like that, they'll bring up 4th down for LS, and they'll have to punt. Ferrello on a punt. One of the best kickers, if not the best in Section 4. It's a somewhat decent punt. And the ball will be placed at the 45-yard line of Twin Valley. So great field position for the Raiders to start from after a great defensive possession. And when you come into your home building, on your home turf, especially on homecoming night against a big top-tier opponent, it's always great to get that first 3 and out and let the offense go to work. So let's flip the script now, and let's talk about the Twin Valley Raiders offense. Drew Angle, who was hurt a season ago, topped the 3,000-yard mark for rushing. Just a week ago, he ran for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns on a season-high 27 carries. And it looks like to be another explosive play to the near sideline. Solid pickup of about 8 on first down and 10. Lampeter on the end around, got the carry. Again, it's all about the blockers out in front. You see that as he worked his way past the 50-yard line into enemy territory, get the blockers out front, being able to follow them. That's been key so far this season for the ground attack of the Raiders. First pass of the night that we've seen is complete to the 40-yard line and stopped there after the first down. So Twin Valley moved the ball great so far. 2 plays, 2 solid pickups. Andrew Cabagas on the reception towards that far sideline. Pre-snap motion. Handoff. Goes right up the gut toward Angle. And you see the shiftiness as he works his way across the 40 and brought down around the 35-yard line. Angle listed at 5'11", 185. Angle with that 199 yards last week moved him into 3rd all-time in Twin Valley history in rushing yards as he gets his number called yet again on this opening drive offensively for Twin Valley. Only Evan Johnson, who graduated last year, and Dominic Caruso have more yards on the ground. Good defense up front by the defensive line of LS, trying to stop that rushing attack. We know what Twin Valley wants to do early on in this ball game, and that's keep it on the ground. Angle continues to get fed. This time he's touched in the backfield, forces him to make a cut he probably didn't want to do that early, and it's a short pickup. Read option into no man's land, almost intercepted there by Lopez, and the pass goes incomplete. Foster was looking for one of his top receivers, Chase Riley, and gave him his first target of the game. Dangerous pass. 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line of LS. Foster back to pass, clean pocket, a couple of pump fakes. Now he goes to scramble. He's got some space down that far sideline past the 20-yard line, and he jogs out of bounds shortly there after that. So Maverick Foster's first time I've mentioned his name tonight. He can do it with his arm, but he shows you he can do it with his legs as well. And that was one of the biggest questions coming into this 2025 season, was the quarterback spot of Twin Valley. Evan Myers, the best passer in program history, graduated, moved on to the next level, and Maverick Foster has stepped right in and filled some big shoes. First down and 10 after the scamper by Foster. Twin Valley continues to threaten as the ball's placed at the 20-yard line. Short stages, or I should say opening stages of this first quarter. And it's another short pickup on the ground that time. Angle yet again. It's a gain of 1. It'll set up 2nd down and 9 from the 19-yard line. Angle and Lucas Myers have shared backfield duties throughout this season so far. And on this opening drive, it's been all Drew Angle. And this time, he catches a pass out of the backfield, but there's just nowhere to go. It's going to be a gain of 1. One of the reasons that Angle is so good is not only can he carry the football between the tackles and to the outside, but he can pass, catch as well, and pass block, and that's one of the things coaches love. Can you do it at all 3 levels of the game at the tailback spot? Angle has proven that so far this year and throughout his Twin Valley career. 3rd down and 7, biggest play of the game so far for LS. Early stages, like I said, of this first quarter, but feels like a big-time opportunity to get off the field. Angle between the tackles, up the gut, stays on his feet, spins his way forward, and he's tackled just shy of the goal line on 3rd down and 7. Drew Angle does some serious damage. It's 1st down and goal for the Raiders, and they want to work quickly. Foster takes the high snap, hands to Angle, turns the corner, dives forward. Touchdown, Raiders. Drew Angle picks up where he left off a week ago. 2 rushing touchdowns last week, and he's got 1 on the board early stages of the first quarter right here. Timing obviously wasn't there. Luckily, Foster was able to field the high snap and hand to his tailback for 6. Pending the extra point, kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0. Twin Valley strikes first on their home turf. We'll send you to our first break of the game, and Lampeter Strasburg will try to get something going offensively.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Carter Hess was the quarterback on that play and that possession as a whole on the first drive. So we shall see moving forward if he remains in the quarterback spot, and that's a big story to watch moving forward in this football game. Schaefer kicks off back to Lampeter Strasburg. Ball's going to be fielded by Lopez around the 23-yard line, works upfield, stays on his feet, and pushes forward across the 40-yard line. Whistles are finally blown. And Lopez is able to set up LS in solid field position on their own 40-yard line to begin this drive. Hess remains in the game at the quarterback spot. He wears number 13. Good push up front by that defensive line of Twin Valley. Mentioned earlier that would be the storyline, and it's a nice stop on 1st down and 10. No gain on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 10. Lampeter was in on the stop. Hess, only a sophomore, asked to do heroic work here tonight as the starting quarterback to come away with one of the most dangerous teams in the state and Twin Valley as he hands to his tailback, and it's a pretty solid burst there to say the least, up the gut. Colby DeJessa gets his first touch of the game, and he makes the defense pay. Goes between the tackles and works his way across midfield and to the Twin Valley 40-yard line. First explosive play of the game for the white jerseys. Two completely different offenses so far. Twin Valley worked very quickly, scored quickly as well. Looks like the Pioneers want to do something a little bit different. Be a little bit more methodical. Hess the quarterback. With some pre-snap movement. And it's going to be a false start against the Pioneers. That'll back them up just a little bit. Got to frustrate your head coach Riddenauer. as Lopez, you saw at the bottom of your screen, number 2, moved quickly, especially when you work slowly after that rush. And obviously that's a drive stopper for the moment. We shall see as we continue. Great tackle in the backfield. That was Lucas Myers. He's been one of the monsters defensively, and he's improved each and every season. And that's to say the least. I mean, he has really come into his own here as he's played his seasons throughout his career at Twin Valley. He puts a big-time stop in the backfield on Lopez on the end around. 2nd down and 20. Ball's marked at midfield. Hess takes the snap, scrambles to his right, just nowhere to go with the football, and he throws it away. Pass goes incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 20. And what could have been a pretty solid offensive possession after the Jessa run to the 40-yard line has quickly turned sideways now, and it's 3rd and forever. Hess, out of the huddle, charges toward the near sideline to get the play. And the play clock now is down to 20 seconds. Now 18. Hess quickly back to the huddle. And he's going to have to go quick here as the play clock is now under 10 seconds. 5 seconds on the play clock. Confusion, it looks like still 2 seconds on the play clock. They just get the snap off. There's a whistle and a timeout. Just could not get on the same page there as Hess took his time to have a full conversation almost in a way. And we'll keep things here throughout this first timeout, and it's been a back-and-forth battle all season long for both of these teams in their own right. But tonight, the stakes are at the highest of levels. Again, the Raiders at 8-0, the Pioneers at 7-1. Last week, Twin Valley outscored Wyomissing 21-0 in the second half. They won 28-6. Mentioned how great Angle was in that game. On the other side of things, from a quarterback spot, Maverick Foster, who steps into the quarterback spot this year, he leads the league in passing efficiency, completing 72% of his passes. And I'll be honest with you, the biggest stat in doing some research on these two teams is that he has not thrown an interception so far in 2025, and we're in week number 9. That's awesome. I believe the referee is tying his shoe. Back to work we go. Hess takes the snap, hands to his tailback, and yet again that defensive line of Twin Valley. They're too big, too strong up front early on in this one. Nowhere to go by DeJessa. He's frustrated as he flips the ball to the referee, and the LS offense is 0 for 2 so far as far as scoring goes in this first quarter. Sheehan got in on the stop. Shed a block, I should say, and got into the backfield immediately. Fiorello, one of the best PAT kickers, one of the best field goal kickers in the section. On for the punt. It's a rainbow shot, fielded at, I'd say, about the 25-yard line. There's a penalty marker down on the play. We'll check it. Could possibly be a hold. It looks like the LS staff is calling for a hold. Grundy was in on the return, and again, it is indeed an illegal block in the back. See if we can see it here on this play. Ticky-tack, couldn't really see it, but I'll tell you what, these guys do a good job of selling it. I think 3 white jerseys went flying past the 25-yard line looking for that penalty, and they got it. Well, this is going to be a tall test for the LS defense. Ball is marked at the 15-yard line of Twin Valley, but the way they went right down the field on their opening drive is impressive, to say the least. Quick conversation by the referees towards the far sideline. Two of them jogged towards the middle of the field with 3:28 to play in the first quarter. Well, last year it was a much different story. Lampeter Strasburg beat Twin Valley at Pioneer Field 62-14. That was week 9, about a calendar year ago. Caleb House went nuts in that one from a quarterback spot, rushing for multiple touchdowns. I was on the call for that game. That was a special performance to watch. Twin Valley trying to repay. And Myers gets the carry on first down and 10. He's upended after about 3 on the play. Gang tackled there. Mitchell Swar, in on the tackle. Nice stop there by number 3 in the white jersey. Filled the gap. 2nd and 8. Clock continues to wind, late stages of the first quarter. Student body for Twin Valley tonight in a blackout in their student section, that is. Myers carrying tacklers down that far sideline. Well, it's a pretty simple scheme, and Myers just blows past 4 white jerseys, works his way past the 30-yard line. He's brought down shortly thereafter, but that's the kind of game it's been so far. Twin Valley's been flexing their muscle on both sides of the football. Myers remains in the game at the tailback spot. Foster all day to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket, still looking, fires, and it's caught. Was he in bounds is the question. And I believe they're going to give Summers the catch, and that will move the chains. Great play by Foster to buy some time and find an open receiver. Might be even a better catch by Summers there on that near sideline. Spoke in that quick stoppage about Foster's accuracy. Again, completing 72% of his passes, and he shows you why right there as Engel goes in motion, catches the flip pass, looking to turn the corner, finally does towards that far sideline, has some space to work with as he maneuvers past the 50-yard line and past the 45, or I should say just shy of the 45. It's marked at exactly the 46. And Engel, who looked like there was just nowhere to go momentarily, finally with that extra step towards that 40 down marker, was able to burst through and get some extra yards. First down. Foster scrambles, fires, has his receiver down the near sideline. It's another first down for this Twin Valley offense. Rementer on the reception. He's got another healthy gain, and it feels like once Twin Valley gets going with one chunk play, they come in bunches, and we've seen that so far here in the first quarter. Myers out of the backfield. Now it's Engel looking to do some damage. Lampeter goes in motion. They pitch it to him. And another pitch back to the quarterback, Foster, who's absolutely hammered. Great play there by Lopez. In on the stop, read well as a whole by that LS defense. O'Reilly got the pitch originally, and then it was Engel, and then finally Foster. Not the guy you want to have hit hard like that as your starting quarterback. 2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss. Engel takes the carry, and he's brought down around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Engel actually fell forward there, a couple more yards than I expected. It's listed on the scoreboard as 3rd down and 8 as we reach the 1-minute mark here of the first quarter. Riley goes in motion. Carry goes to Engel. He maneuvers past a couple of bodies, spins past another, and he's brought down across the 20-yard line. Well, you give it to your most explosive player And he does some serious damage yet again. And just when LS is starting to build some momentum defensively, they get punched in the gut yet again. And it's continued to be from the legs of Drew Angle. Pre-snap whistle. And a false start against the Raiders. First down and 15 from the 24. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Myers gets the carry, goes up between the tackles, pushes his way forward to about the 15-yard line. Well, with that being said, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Twin Valley was able to strike quickly on their first offensive possession, and they're threatening to do so yet again. They lead 7-0 after one. Lampeter Strasburg on the ropes.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Back here at a timeout. Max Gretzel on the call with you. It's a second down and about 5 as Myers gets the carry. And he tries the far sideline, but there's just nowhere to go yet again as Lampeter Strasburg tries to build a wall as the Raiders near their end zone. Mentioned a season ago how dominant Caleb House was. I don't want to understate it. 334 rushing yards in that game. He ran for 7 touchdowns. Yes, he ran for 7 touchdowns and threw for another one. 8 total touchdowns that night. Myers gets the carry yet again, puts his head down, goes inside of the 5, still moving forward, and he's brought down around the 2. Well, last time Twin Valley was threatening like this, they went quickly, and it looks like they're going to do so yet again. Last time it was Angle in the backfield. This time it's Myers. Almost the same formation as well. Myers gets the carry, and he meets a wall around the goal line. Pickup of 1. And it'll be a second down and goal. Quick substitutions. Looks like it might be a direct snap here to Angle. He takes it himself, goes up, forward, and the same result yet again for Twin Valley. Too easy. Drew Angle has 2 rushing touchdowns. Both have come with a head-first dive in between the tackles. And Twin Valley leads 13-0, pending an extra point. Clean snap, clean hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 your score. Here's the touchdown from Angle. Tried the left side this time and darts right into the end zone. Nothing too sexy, but all that matters is points on the scoreboard. 14-0 they lead. last year. Lampeter Strasburg graduated 15 all-league picks that included their quarterback, Caleb House, and one of their more dominant running backs around town, Dominic Brown, as well. Shout out to our sponsors as well. Can't do it without them. Dean's Auto Plaza, Palumbo Foods, Reading Raptors, Palace Restaurant, Footworks, Sparks County Views, and Land Hope Farms, proud sponsors of Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. Schaefer set to kick off. Another solid boot. Fielded inside of the 5-yard line. And the ball's loose. Multiple bodies on the turf trying to fight for it. Who's got it? And a ball held to the sky. Twin Valley capitalizes off a fumble, and they take possession of the football back deep in LS territory. I mean, they swarmed by 4 black jerseys there. Keenan Munn, got to give credit to him for recovering that fumble. Things going from bad to worse for Lampeter Strasburg. Engel gets the carry, cuts upfield in between the tackles, maneuvers past a couple of bodies, and he's brought down around the 10-yard line. 7-yard pickup on the play. Penalty marker down, however. Penalty's going to go against the Raiders. It's going to be hold, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Well, you can see it right there, 76. Get a little too handsy there up front. Andrew Boswell holding that defensive tackle. Engel will try the left side this time, looking for some payback. Maneuvers past one body. He's got one man to beat. He dives forward, and he puts the ball into the end zone yet again. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Drew Engel is a man to be reckoned with here tonight. Well, Drew Engel's making it look very easy, and I think the biggest thing we've seen so far from him outside of the scoring plays has been the patience. I mean, not a lot going on there, truly. He does have blockers, but he has to thread the needle there past 2, and he does so efficiently, and that's one of the main reasons why Twin Valley leads 21-0 at this point in time. You see it right here. I mean, he does have blockers, but he's got to kind of do it himself. Maneuvers past 2 of those linebackers, and then finally at the last minute kind of puts his head down and dives forward toward the goal line. Impressive on Engel's part. We'll send it to break. 21-0 your score. We'll be back after this.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top-quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
Welcome back, everyone. We're at Twin Valley High School as the Raiders lead 21-0 on their home field. It's homecoming night here at Twin Valley High School as well. And the Raiders come into this game with an 8-0 record, looking to go to 9-0 and take a commanding lead in Section 4. Lampeter Strasburg fumbled the football on their last kickoff. Return, that is. This time Lopez fields it around his 5-yard line. Tries that far sideline. He's got some running room, puts his head down, still going. Cuts back upfield around the 50, spins around the 45, and he's brought down out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Finally, a spark needed for the Pioneers, and they get it on the return. well, give credit to the special teams of LS, not putting their head down, feeling sorry for themselves after the fumble in the last kickoff return. This time, they put the ball into enemy territory on the return. The question's going to be, will they be able to do some damage? Lopez takes a direct snap, hands off to the tailback. Not much doing there on the first down carry. Dedesha got fed, and there was nowhere to go. That's the first time Lopez has taken a direct snap here tonight. We have not seen Hess yet. Will he come back into the huddle, or was that a one-time thing? We shall see. Looks like Lopez is actually going to remain in the game at the quarterback spot. DeJessa remains to his left. 2nd and 10. DeJessa gets the carry again. He's got 400-plus rushing yards on the season, puts his head down, and shows you why. He's powerful right there, moves the ball to the 30-yard line. DeJessa has his second explosive run of the game. Amazing how two of the same exact formation plays go for two completely different results back-to-back. DeJessa stopped at the line of scrimmage on the first play, and on the second play of the drive, he scampers for a first down. We have a whistle. And Twin Valley calls timeout. Coach Myers wants to talk things over, give his defense a breather. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back after this. Last year we were here, it was 7-1 Twin Valley against the undefeated Lampeter Strasburg. This year, those records are flipped. The Raiders were ranked 9th in the state. Last time these two teams met, LS was ranked 5th. This year we still have a battle of two top 10 teams, them respectfully being ranked 9th and 10th in their own right. As Lopez goes up the gut, pushes his way forward. That's going to be good enough for a Pioneer first down. Well, ever since Lopez has been inserted into this quarterback/running back position on this drive, the Pioneers have been moving the football pretty well. Well, DeJessa and Lopez both can run the ball efficiently. They've showed you that tonight. Just a matter of which one's going to take it, because it looks like Lopez is going to do it right here. Spins off of one body, and he's met by 3 more after that. It's a late hit, and I don't see a penalty. There's a penalty marker. Penalty marker flies in late. Lopez was clearly stopped with his momentum, and that late blow did the damage there. Grayson Miller called for the personal foul penalty on the tackle. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And I tell you what, when you're moving the ball efficiently, sometimes things just go your way. And I believe we can all agree LS has earned that right on this drive with the way they're moving the football. Lopez remains in the game as a hybrid type player. Takes the snap, hands to DeJessa, turns the corner. This time he's forced down around the 8-yard line. Again, Hess started this game. He played the first 2 drives offensively at the quarterback spot for LS. They did not move the football well at all. And now the Pioneers are threatening for their first score of the game. This time, DeJessa lines up to the right of Lopez. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, pushes his way forward, stays on his feet, trying to shed some tacklers. And it looks like he's brought down just shy of the goal line. Patient running from Lopez. I'll tell you what, when he follows the meat of that offensive line, it's pretty easy to move forward. Third down and goal from the 2. LS desperately needing an answer here on this possession. They continue to run the ball efficiently. DeJessa to the left of Lopez. Lopez takes the snap, keeps it himself. He's met in the backfield, spins off of one, but he's not going to beat all of them. No gain on the play. It'll set up a 4th down and goal. Well, we mentioned the strength of the offensive line of LS. This time, the box was stacked completely with black jerseys, and even the linebackers got into the backfield. 4th down and goal. This time from the 5-yard line. The pace now has slowed down, at least for this play, for LS, as Lopez has the call from the huddle. We'll see what Coach Ridnour and company draw up on this 4th down play, crucial play, as we pass the midway point of the second quarter. Lopez has all the room in the world to run to that far sideline, and he jogs into the end zone. Great play call there from the Pioneers, and they earn 6. Well, you're going to see a replay. If you've been watching this drive completely, it's been up the gut, up the gut, up the gut. This time, it's like, you know what, let's try that far sideline. No one's over there. And the pretty simple saying is, run where they're not. It's a pretty good game plan there. I could do that. I can run where they're not. Fiorello on for the extra point. Kick is up. And, man, that's an extra point. That ball might be in the parking lot with the amount of force that was kicked with. We'll see a replay yet again. Nice block here by DeJessa. Puts his shoulder right into that defender on the outside. And Lopez not only leads the team at the quarterback spot, so to speak, he leads the team with a touchdown. 21-7. Massive answer for the Pioneers. Question is, can they stop this Twin Valley offense and Drew Engel? I mean, the guy's been an absolute monster. And not only that, when you shoot yourself in the foot and turn the football over off a punt, or I should say a kick return, it's not going to help you either. 5:43 to play until halftime. Another quick shout out to our sponsors: Dean's Auto Plaza, Palumbo Foods, Reading Raptors, Palace Restaurant, Footworks, Berks County Views, and Land Hope Farms. Again, proud sponsors of Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. Crazy that it's week number 9 already. I remember that opening segment, opening show I was able to do on the Flagship Network back in August. Weather's a lot different. I was sweating through my suit back there in August. Now I'm freezing. Times change, but not for these two teams, it feels like. Both teams having dominant seasons so far in the regular season. But only one can win here tonight. Fiorello boots it away. Fielded around the 5-yard line. Healthy return. And making the tackle was DeJessa around the 48-yard line. Want to give credit to Grundy there on the return. Grundy, a wide receiver, defensive back, and kick returner. Can do it all. One of the many talented players on this Twin Valley team. And I tell you what, when you have guys like Myers and Engel in the backfield along with an accurate passer like Foster, you know, your wide receivers don't have to be all-state type talent. They just have to do enough, and so far they have done enough. Foster spins, scrambles, still scrambling. He's going to run, and he's knocked out of bounds after about 1, maybe 2 on the play. And I think if you're the Pioneers defense, you definitely take that. Anytime Engel and Myers don't run the football, that's a win, at least in my opinion. This time Engel lines up as a receiver, now into the backfield. Number 26, can't miss those neon cleats. He gets the carry, goes up the middle, and dives forward across the 50-yard line. Neon cleats and neon mouthpiece for number 26. Looked like a broken play. Foster dives forward and tries to just not lose any yards on the play. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 4 to be exact. Engel again lines up as a pass catcher on the near sideline. Grundy in the slot. Myers, or I should say Coach Myers, screaming directions from that far sideline. Play clock down to 10. Foster hands off to Myers, charges forward, has the first down and more as the pile is pushed across the 40-yard line. Well, Engel and Myers, they've done the damage on the ground so far here tonight, and this time it's Myers who's met around the 41-yard line, ends up around the 36. It's about 4 or 5 yards after contact, and that's all weight room right there. Grundy, bottom of your screen, Engel, top of your screen. Now Engel comes in motion. Foster hands it to him. Engel goes up the middle, spins forward. I tell you what, it's almost like he spun and jumped in midair, able to pick up about 4 yards. Disappeared around the 36, popped out around the 32. And here's a replay of it. Well, he goes into the pile, don't see him, and then all of a sudden, yep, 32-yard line, just going to drop right here. Empty backfield for the moment for Foster. We'll whistle. Sideline warning for Twin Valley. Or I should say sideline warning for LS, excuse me. Don't see those too often. No penalty, however. It's a 2nd down and 6. Myers in the backfield. Foster hands it to him. He goes up the middle and picks up about 2 on the play. And it's going to set up another 3rd down opportunity for this Pioneer defense to get off the football field. Can't be any fun as a defense when you have Myers and Engel coming full speed at you play after play. It's going to wear you down only in the 2nd quarter. But, man, when the fourth quarter comes around, I don't know if I want to talk to any of those defensive linemen. Myers again goes in motion, comes to the backfield, takes the carry, jump cut, dives. And I don't think this, indeed, it is good enough for a first down. Well, it's close, but Myers did enough for a first. And on third down, the Raiders move the chains. Under 2 to play until halftime. Feels like the second quarter has flown by. We have a whistle. And a Twin Valley timeout. We'll take a break with them and step aside. 1:45 to play until halftime.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Back here out of a timeout, 1:45 to play until halftime. Twin Valley leads 21-7 on homecoming night here on their home turf. Well, now you have Angle and Myers both in the backfield. I mean, pick your poison. High snap, it goes to Angle. Nobody's going to meet him yet, but now he's met and he's dropped. Around the 25-yard line, good pursuit there by the defensive line of LS. Originally it looked like Angle had nobody in front of him, but a couple of those linemen were able to shed some blocks and gang tackle Angle. That's what you got to do on number 26. He's going to beat you one-on-one. He's proven that so far here tonight and throughout his career. But if you're able to gang tackle him, make him maneuver in the backfield, that's going to slow his momentum down, obviously. This time Myers isn't going to get slowed down. He's going to push right past the 15-yard line. It might be a late hit out of bounds on Myers, too. Frustration penalty of some sort. We'll check it. Don't want to make any assumptions, but I guess I just did. Well, Angle comes in motion. He's been getting the ball a ton in the misdirection, so you got to be patient if you're a defense on that note, and 2 penalty markers fly. That's going to be a personal foul. Referee's still here in discussion. But you see the players walking deeper toward the end zone. First down and goal for Twin Valley. Yet again, Myers and Angle in the backfield. Tough to sell out on the run, but you might have to start doing so. It's not going to matter, though, as Angle backs his way into the end zone. Twin Valley scores yet again, and I got to say it, it's Angle's 4th touchdown. We haven't even played one half of football yet here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Angle's shown the ability to not only run between the tackles, but get to the outside as well. And not only has Myers done the same thing, but Angle's been the one getting fed. I'm sure Myers is like, hey, man, where's my love at, coach? But when you're 8-0, it's a lot of unselfish football, I'm sure, being discussed in that locker room and shown out on the football field. 28-7 is your score. Here's another look at it. And Angle's so shifty in the backfield and backpedals his way into the end zone. One thing Twin Valley missed a ton last season was Angle's presence. Evan Johnson banged up towards the end of the regular season last year as well. And it just wasn't the same Twin Valley team, it felt like, from beginning to end back in 2024. This year, it's been a completely different story. You got a healthy Angle, healthy Myers, and a quarterback in his first year as a starter in Maverick Foster, who has proven he's more than capable of the job. Schaefer set to kick off. You have the band coming out of the locker room for the halftime performance, and just under a minute of game action. Short kick by Schaefer, fielded around the 20 by DeJessa. He moves forward to pass the 30 and knocked out of bounds. Or I should say, that's Lopez, excuse me, not DeJessa. He's knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Tough look here from my vantage point of those jerseys on that far sideline. I'm more of a near sideline kind of guy from this angle. Well, Lopez, after the return, led the first and only scoring drive of the night for LS on their last possession, and he's going to have to get busy if he wants to do it again with only 51 seconds to play until the half. Again, biggest story of the night has been no Asher Jones at the quarterback spot. This game, I should say, for LS. DeJessa gets the carry, maneuvers past one body, and he's tackled after a pickup of about 3. LS with 2 timeouts remaining, but it looks like they're just going to play for a 28-7 halftime score. Well, they don't have to run another play. There's a 3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. They will run one. Lopez will try the far side, and it's going to be a short pickup as he runs out of bounds with 4 seconds to go on the game clock. Some jawing after the play on that far sideline as well. Swar had a couple of words for the Twin Valley bench. Well, at this point, he's just taking a knee and getting in the locker room, I guess, if you're Coach Ridenour, or will he decide to run the football yet again? We shall see. Lopez lines up in the shotgun yet again. It's been the same formation for this possession and the last one as well. DeJessa gets the carry, and he dives forward to about the 48 as the time expires here in the first half. Well, Twin Valley has been dominant throughout. 28-7 is the halftime score. The home team leads. Drew Engel with 4 rushing touchdowns here tonight so far. And that's only in one half of football, ladies and gentlemen. We'll recap things, and we will see you for second half action after this.
pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top-quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top-quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Land Hope Farms is a stop that gets you going with the most delicious coffee, flavorful breakfasts, custom-made sandwiches, and the famous fried chicken everyone craves. Plus, top quality snacks to keep you going. We offer the best gasoline and diesel in the area and free air for your tires. Visit our stores in Unionville and Oxford, Pennsylvania, serving our community since 1969. Land Hope Farms, the stop that gets you going.
Welcome back to Twin Valley High School, everyone. Max Gretzel on the call. Twin Valley leads Lampeter Strasburg 28-7 at the half, and they've done damage on the ground throughout. We're going to take you through some highlights here of the first half action. It's been Drew Engel all game long. Really, him and Lucas Myers have done damage, but Engel's done all the scoring, and it's been between the tackles for the most part. You see the plunge there for his first touchdown in the game. Second one comes on a 1-yard rush, and I tell you what, he really puts his head down and tries to get that extra yards, not only around the goal line, but at open space as well. This is kind of really where the game turned on its head. You had Cunningham on the return from about his 10-yard line, and the defense for Twin Valley on the special teams really decided, you know what, I'm going to swarm this guy. And I tell you what, they really did beat their blockers for the most part on this play, but I think, you know, we're slowing it down right here. There's 4 black jerseys around Cunningham. You see 4 of them. I mean, at that point, and honestly, maybe even 6. But regardless of the situation, ball pops loose, and Twin Valley able to recover. And that was really the main story. And then you have Drew Engel, who's probably his most impressive run of the game, goes in between a couple of tacklers, dives forward into the end zone. And from that point forward, you're thinking, man, is Twin Valley going to run away with this? Well, not quite yet. Asher Jones not a part of this game tonight. So Colby Lopez, able to step in and at least get on the board. Lampeter Strasburg able to answer back. And Engel, who's in the backfield with Myers on this play, which is slightly unfair, at least in my opinion, as a defense. But Engel stopped momentarily to survey, but found the hole, charged forward, and that is where we left you in the first half. So we go back to game action here. Twin Valley has put their foot on the gas pedal throughout. LS trying to answer. But in order to do so, they're going to need to get a stop. And it's a very solid boot from Fiorello. And it goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Like to mention this during each broadcast at the high school level. Ball on touchbacks come out to the 20-yard line. College, 25. And pros, I think it's up to 35 now, 30, 35, which is, tell you what, kind of forces you to almost get the opposition to get those returns going. First down and 10 from the 20. Foster has played a steady game at the quarterback spot. I think that's a perfect word to use. And Engel and Myers have both been explosive. Myers now jogging onto the field late and goes to the near sideline. Pass. Very interesting play call. Rementor, the intended target. Pass goes incomplete. Very interesting to see how good Twin Valley has been running the football for them to throw it on first down and 10 out of the halftime stoppage. But nonetheless, second and 10. Well, pistol formation. Engel gets the carry. Held to about 4 yards on that gain. And just like that, 2 plays in, 3rd down and 6. Pioneers needing a stop. Can they get it? Foster, clean pocket, fires. It's complete. Massive hit there at the cornerback spot. Myers got the carry, but he didn't pick up any yards. Didn't get to the marker. Lopez in on the stop. Cole Lopez, that was. And the Pioneers force a punt. Lopez back to receive. Ball bounces around the 35, trickles past the 30. And LS will just let it come to a stop around the 26-yard line. That's where they will start their first possession offensively of the second half. You see a replay of that pass. Accurate pass, but great defense there. 2 white jerseys collide on the stop. Mentioned again, can't say it enough, no Asher Jones, the starting quarterback tonight for LS. So Hess, who started this football game, was quickly removed after the first 2 possessions. And now it's been a rotation of Lopez and DeJessa. This time it's DeJessa on the carry. So far they've looked a little bit more explosive with this strategy, but just not enough offense to stay in this football game, at least to this moment in time. Got a Pioneer slow to get up. We will take a quick break and step aside. Injury timeout here at Twin Valley High School and be back after this.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Back out of a timeout. Colby DeJessa was the injured Pioneer on the play, and it's a big loss if he's not able to come back, I should say. Couldn't put any weight on that ankle. Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled as DeJessa continues to get worked on the near sideline. Cunningham gets his first carry of the game. Not much to do, and it's 3rd down and 10. Hess back into the game at the quarterback spot after the injury to DeJessa. Scrambles to the right, fires, completes a pass. Lopez gets his hands on the football, and it's not going to be good enough for a first down. And the Pioneers will punt. Looks to be that right right leg for DeJessa, who's doing some squatting, trying to shake it out a little bit. LS the punt. Big punt by Fiorella. Fielded by Grundy around the 29-yard line. Maneuvers past one body and brought down by another. Great special teams play. Charlie Kinney on the special team stop. So both teams punt on their opening possessions of this second half. Myers gets the carry, goes up the gut, and stays on his feet. All of a sudden he comes out of a hole, and all of a sudden he's deep in enemy territory, down the far sideline and out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Unbelievable run by Lucas Myers. Foster takes the snap, hands to Engel, looking for his 5th touchdown of the game, and he's upended shortly after the handoff.
Second down, 7 yards to go for the Raiders.
Engel this time will try to get to the outside. He does, and he's into the end zone untouched. Touchdown Raiders.
That touchdown run by Drew Engel.
5 touchdowns on the game for Drew Engel. Extra point is good. 35-7 your score. Drew Engel doing it himself here tonight. Set up by Myers, of course, on the run. It looked like he went right through the middle of that line of scrimmage and came out on the other side untouched. Here's a replay of the touchdown. Engel, who tried the gut the first time, tried the outside the second time, and it was successful. So we'll keep things here. 35-7. Your score. Both teams punted on their first possession of this half. And both teams still with plenty of football left to play. And we, as a broadcast group, have another game to be played in Week 10 of the regular season. LS will go on the road. They will play while missing. That'll be a week from, they're home next week. My apologies. Spartans will go on the road and play the Pioneers a week from tonight. Schaefer set to kick off.
There's the kick from Nate Schaefer. Fielded at the 5-yard line.
Lopez fields that one at his own 5-yard line, and he's stopped just shy of the 30. Lopez has been pretty solid on the returns here tonight, to say the least. It's been the offense as a whole from scrimmage that's been a different story. Pretty quiet crowd, really on both sidelines, to be quite honest with you. Very surprising to see Twin Valley with their massive lead. Might be a little chilly out there. We'll go with that.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Pioneers.
Still no DeJessa in the game. Hess back at the quarterback spot. He hands off to Cunningham, goes up the middle, past the 30-yard line, and brought down just after that. Charlie Kinney, excuse me. Got to apologize there. Charlie Kinney got the carry, number 32.
Second down, 6 yards to go for the Pioneers. Second down, Pioneers.
Well, we've seen multiple tailbacks now in this football game, whether it be by injury or by scheme. Regardless, no one seems to be getting the job done besides Lopez, at least to this point. Kinney will try to do it. He gets back-to-back carries, his first 2 touches of the night, 2 short-yard pickups.
And off goes up the middle, stacked up, gain of about 2 yards, led by Ryan
Well,
on that tackle for the Raiders.
with Asher Jones, the starting quarterback, being out of this football game, and DeJessa getting hurt earlier on in this half, 2 of the most lethal offensive weapons for this LS team are off the field. And they just cannot seem to get anything going offensively. Another short yard gain. That time it was Cunningham. Well, that'll bring up a 4th down and short. And 4th and maybe 2.5. Looks like the offense will stay on the field. Kinney in the backfield, takes the carry, goes up the gut, pushes forward, and he's got enough for a Lampeter Strasburg first down. So LS keeps it on the ground 4 straight plays. That's good enough for 10-plus yards, and that's good enough for a first down. Well, with DeJessa out of the football game, it's been Kinney, Lopez as well, running the football. Kinney gets the carry again, tries the left side, and he's taken down just shy of the 40-yard line. So read well that time by the Raider defensive line.
Charlie Kinney brought down by Ryan Lampeter on that tackle for the Raiders.
Rementer's been a tackling machine here tonight. Ball's marked at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Nearing the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Hess really has not shown the ability to throw the football accurately yet here tonight. Twin Valley continues to sell out on the run for obvious reasons. Hess is flushed. He's going to take off, and he's brought down from behind. Moser in on the tackle. He gets Hess taken down from behind. And that's going to set up a 3rd down. 1-yard pickups on back-to-back plays for LS. It'll set up a 3rd down and 8 to try to keep this possession alive. Hess goes back to pass, dumps it off quickly to Kinney, trying to find some space, and he's tackled by 2 black jerseys. Pick your poison on the number. We'll give credit to Grundy. Clock is worked now, under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, 4th down. Fiorello on to punt. A 3-yard loss. It brings up a 4th down and 11 to be exact. We have a whistle. And a timeout for the Pioneers. Well, we'll keep things here. It's been a back-and-forth battle throughout. Definitely want to shout out the sponsors real quick as well for all they've done throughout the 2025 season. They've been a big part of what we've been able to do as a broadcast team, and their support has been great throughout, honestly. Dean's Auto Plaza, Palumbo Foods, Reading Raptors, Palo's Restaurant, Footworks, Berks County Views, Land Hope Farms, all proud sponsors of Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. Tonight, coming into this football game, was a battle of an 8-0 team versus a 7-1 team. Injuries have played their part, especially for Lampeter Strasburg, but you got to give credit to the Twin Valley offense and what they've been able to do, especially Drew Engel running the football. Out of the timeout, it's Fiorello still on to punt on 4th down and 11 for Lampeter Strasburg. Grundy back to return. Fiorello's got a serious leg. He's shown it throughout his LS career. Ball bounces around the 25-yard line, and it's fielded around the 20-yard line. No whistle was blown dead, and the Lampeter Strasburg faithful are claiming that the ball hit Grundy on the shin. Or excuse me, Myers on the shin. Myers was number 8 there on your screen. Well, now we have a 4-way discussion going on. Lampeter Strasburg claiming it's their football. And it is. Lucas Myers turns his back on the football. Not somebody, there's a close-up shot. Great shot there by our team. Referee was standing right there on that near sideline, made the call. Referees got together. And is this the momentum shift needed for Lampeter Strasburg to get back into this football game? Especially with Myers being one of the leaders, and you know, everybody makes mistakes, but you don't expect him to make a mistake like that in that situation. Well, just like that, the ball's set at the 20-yard line. It's 1st down and 10. Lopez back at the quarterback position. Kinney is the tailback. Lopez fires, passes incomplete. Looking for Keegan Curtis. What a name that is. Curtis gets his first target of the game, unable to come up with it. It's almost like a trick play in a way with how much they've been running the football. Lopez not really asked to throw the football this season, but he's doing all he can to keep his team in it. Kinney remains in the game at the running back spot with DeJessa still on the sideline. Helmet still on, however, for DeJessa. We'll see if he returns. Lopez keeps it himself, follows his blockers, dives forward, still pushing, whistles blow. It's going to be about a 2-yard pickup. That'll set up a 3rd down and 8 as we go under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Hess goes back into the huddle at the quarterback spot. He wears number 13. Kinney still in the backfield. Does that mean a possible throw here with Hess returning to the game? Takes the snap. Indeed goes back to pass. Gets rid of it quickly. Has his receiver. It's Curtis. Dives forward. And that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. Make it 1st and goal to be exact for LS. Finally, some time to throw here for Hess. Clean pocket, fires, open receiver, and a timely throw as well. Ball's marked at the 6-yard line, 1st down and goal. Hess remains in the game at the quarterback spot, 3 wide receivers to his left. Takes the snap, hands to Kinney, goes up the gut, maneuvers past one body, and moves forward to about the 5. Looks like Kinney's a little slow to get up there. He's on his own 2 feet now and looks to be okay. Man, there's a couple of big bodies. Look at that. Shelley, absolute monster there. Wolf as well. 2 of those big tackles leading the way up front. Kinney to the right of Hess. Gets his number called again. Hit in the backfield and brought down. Penalty marker flies. Chop block on the offense. And that's a killer for an LS team that got a break with the punt. Move the football down the field from that point forward, even though it was, albeit short. And now they shoot themselves in the foot with a 15-yard personal foul penalty. And that's going to mark the ball back at the 20-yard line when this all, where this all started after the punt hit Myers' leg. 2nd and goal. Back him up to the 20. Hess, time, fires, and it's incomplete. Dangerous pass. Foster almost intercepted it. Well, if you're asking, is that the quarterback out there for Twin Valley? Indeed it is, at the defensive back spot.
From the Twin Valley Raiders 20-yard line. Pioneers have the ball.
3rd and goal still from the 20. Has back to pass, pressured, stays up. Now he's brought down. Lampeter, Myers, in on the stop. And that's going to force a Lampeter Strasburg field goal, I would assume. Well, that's going to be a 10-yard loss. Back to the 30-yard line. Fiorello, no stranger to making 40-plus yard kicks, and we know how impressive that is at the high school level. This one's going to be about a 46, 47-yarder. Clean snap. The kick is up. It's a low one, and it doesn't come anywhere close. Kick is no good. And a drive that looked promising to start ends without points. Rare to see that kind of miss there from Fiorello, how good he's been throughout his career, but well, Twin Valley now back to work offensively from their own 20-yard line. Pistol formation with Engel in the backfield. Stretch play to the right. Engel, the speedster, down the far sideline. Maneuvering past multiple bodies. He's brought down in enemy territory around the 40-yard line. Drew Engel continues to put his foot on the gas, continues to do damage on the ground. Man, blows past all those white jerseys, brought down from his collar almost in a way. See that stretch play a lot from the Atlanta Falcons with Penix and Bijan Robinson. End of the third quarter. 35-7. Twin Valley leads. 1 quarter left to be played here tonight. Does Lampeter Strasburg have anything left in the tank? We shall see.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Back here out of a timeout, Max Gretzel on the call, week number 9 on Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. It's a battle of 2 of the top teams here in Section 4. The Twin Valley Raiders, the Lampeter Strasburg Pioneers, both teams with impressive records on paper coming into this one here tonight, but injuries have played a story, and Drew Engel has played a story as well. 1 week from tonight, we will be at Pioneer Field as Lampeter Strasburg will be back home. They will take on Wyomissing. That game will be played at 7 o'clock and you can catch that right here on the Flagship Network. 1 quarter of football left to be played. Formation set up for a stretch play. Again, the angle to the right side, moves past one body, and he's out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Angle is super quick once he gets going in open space, and you just see some of the players have that special burst in the tank. Angle's one of them. And again, easier said than done, but when you have those kind of blockers up front for you to lead in the way, it makes things a lot easier. Again, pistol formation. Again, Angle in the backfield. This time, Angle will try the left side, sprints that way, and he again stays on his feet, works forward past the 20-yard line. Angle continues to get fed for obvious reasons, and I mentioned earlier on in this game that he's going to beat his opposition one-on-one 9 times out of 10, and it's going to take more than one guy to bring him down. Timeout, Lampeter, Strasburg. We will take a quick timeout as well. 11:34 to play in this football game.
Hey guys, we're heading into No Albies here in West Reading. We've got the West Reading French Fry Fest next Saturday, so we're gonna shoot a little content with Massimo in here for the Visit West Reading Instagram page.
Down in 10 as Myers puts his head down. He's met pretty quickly just past the line of scrimmage. Well, it's Drew Angle who's coming at you in all different directions if you're a defense, and then all of a sudden he's off the field and you got to deal with Myers, who is no cupcake in his own right as one of the leaders on this team. Looks like he's cramping up too as Myers goes to the sideline getting those hamstrings worked on. No surprise with Twin Valley and what they've put up offensively here tonight, coming in averaging over 50 points a contest as Angle gets the carry, works his way forward, and he's brought down around the 10. Well, not too many negative plays, if any, for this Twin Valley offense. And it speaks to the reason why they're 8-0 and they have all the efficiency numbers offensively near the tops in their section. Angle again will try to put the ball into the end zone on the ground. This time he continues to inch closer and closer towards that goal line. He's brought down just shy of the 5. Picks up the first down on the 3rd down carry. Foster gets the call from the far sideline. That's one of the things I've also noticed tonight is just the efficiency of this offense. And the communication has been great. I mean, no one's really been confused at all. They know exactly what they're doing. They're picking apart this LS defense. High snap goes to Angle. He moves forward. He dives forward. And he's just shy of yet another touchdown. Engel has 5 touchdowns here tonight. If you're a betting man, does he get another one? That remains to be seen. I think the odds are pretty high at this moment in time. If you had Engel on your fantasy team here tonight, you got to be pretty happy as well. Engel again gets the carry, dives forward, up over a couple of bodies and into the end zone for yet another Twin Valley touchdown. That's his 6th touchdown of the game. Shades of Caleb House from their last regular season meeting a year ago. Engel with 6 tonight. House had 8 total in that game. Again, these two teams met in the playoffs, and House didn't have quite as an impressive performance, but still got the victory. And now the script has been flipped here tonight. Extra point is good. Schaefer has not missed one of those here tonight. He's been perfect. And here's another touchdown. Well, Engel has scored in multiple ways here tonight, but that headfirst dive has kind of been his specialty. Diving headfirst, left side, right side. This time, he goes over the top of multiple men and into the end zone. 42-7 your score. Twin Valley led 28-7 at the half. They lead 42-7 early on in the fourth quarter. Week number 10 coming your way next Friday night, 7 p.m. Lampeter Strasburg trying to shake off what they've put together here tonight, get back home on their own field, and again, not an easy opponent awaiting them in the Wild Missing Spartans. 7 p.m. kickoff. Schaefer set to kick off. Lopez back to receive, as is Cunningham. Pooch kick, fielded around the 25-yard line. Lopez hit hard and brought down past the 30.
On that tackle for the Raiders, number 7, Ryan Lampeter. Pioneers take over, first down and 10.
Well, give credit at least to Coach Ridnour and his team tonight. I mean, they come in here without their starting quarterback. They lose their starting running back as well due to injury early on in the third quarter. And you're asking a sophomore to go on the road into enemy territory against an 8-0 team in Twin Valley with monsters on both sides of the line and some outstanding running back play and an accurate passer. I mean, the list goes on and on. So it was a tall test to begin with at full strength as Kinney carries on first down. But when you lose arguably your 2 best players, it's almost impossible to come back from. On the other side of things, again, Drew Engel's been a complete monster, as he's been all season long. And I tell you what, 2 of his best games of his career have come in the last 2 weeks, especially when you talk about the opponents that Twin Valley has played in Wild Missing and LS. 2 great defenses and 2 great performances for number 26 in the black jersey. Hess back into the game at the quarterback spot. Kinney remains in the game without DeJessa. He gets the carry, tries the right side, and you just see the amount of effort, energy, and aggressiveness this defensive team as a whole of Twin Valley has played. I mean, they're getting off the ball much quicker, and you see it right here. Look at the defensive line just blow up the play. All 4 guys beating their man. And Kinney getting touched almost immediately in the backfield. Feels like whoever runs the football tonight isn't even getting back to the line of scrimmage for LS before they're hit. Another handoff, another short gain.
Number 32, Charlie Kinney, gain of about 1 yard on the play.
That'll set up another 4th down, and the Pioneers will have to punt. Looks like Kinney is also shaken up He's the backup running back holding that right shoulder. So now the Pioneers are down their starting tailback, and now their backup running back is shaken up. Well, Fiorello has been the best kicker in the section, honestly, maybe in the league so far. Maybe even last year, but definitely this year as well. Grundy bobbles and takes a knee. I'm sure if you asked him, he wouldn't be telling you, hey, my work tonight's going to be punting the football more than kicking extra points or field goals, but that has been the case. Again, next week, if you missed it, 7 days from tonight, the Spartans will go on the road. They'll take on Lampeter Strasburg. That game will be at 7 o'clock, and a lot of questions for Coach Ridenour and the team will be answered, I believe, over the next 6+ days as to whether we will see Asher Jones on his home field a week from tonight, and the status of now looks to be a couple of his running backs as well. Bayless Brunacini, number 33, gets his first carry of the game, and now the subs and underclassmen will get some run here tonight in what has been a dominant performance by the Raiders. Brunacini again, short gain. I want to make another quick note here as Gavin Foster has taken over for Maverick Foster, number 13, now the quarterback. Well, when you're on the winning side of things and you get some playing time as an underclassman, that makes it even more sweet. But also for this LS squad, I'm sure a lot of their underclassmen will get on the field too. They put the work in practice and get an opportunity to play under the lights here on a Friday night in a hostile environment. We'll set it to break. 4:25 to play in the fourth quarter. It's been all Twin Valley here tonight.
We're pretty big.
Yeah, people say we're giants.
You call that giant? This is giant. At Dean's Auto Plaza, we have a giant selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at prices that will not crush your budget.
Okay, he's the real giant.
Yeah.
Come see why they call Dean's Auto Plaza York's used car giant.
Back here to a timeout. Drew Angle, number 26, has put together an amazing performance here tonight. 42 points. He has 6 rushing touchdowns. All of the touchdowns have come from the hands and feet of Drew Angle. Angle is your player of the game here tonight for obvious reasons. Foster hands yet again. Brunacini runs yet again. And he has another short pickup. Well, player of the game sponsored by Footworks, Drew Angle. He's a senior, and he's been one of the leaders of this football team throughout the 2025 season. And it's good to see him healthy, especially if you're a Twin Valley fan. Pre-snap whistle. No, the referee didn't throw that flag too far, but it's going to be an offsides on the defense. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, you see the replay. Honestly, I think all 3 linemen up front jumped. Brunicini looking for some running room. He works his way just past the 50-yard line. Well, whether it be Myers or Engel, doesn't matter. Brunicini still finding a little bit of running room, continues to work forward. And it's got to be tough for a defense that knows the opposition is running the football and you just can't stop it. 4-yard pickup as we work under 3 minutes to play in this game. Well, LS will have to get back to the drawing board. Number one, have to get healthy. And number two, try to fix this defense. I mean, easier said than done with the amount of talent Twin Valley has. But if they're going to make a deep push into the postseason, they got some things to work on. Twin Valley, on the other hand, just seems like they have a stranglehold now, Section 4. But biggest thing for them is, will they be able to stay healthy? Engel banged up most of last season. Been healthy so far this year. Got to knock on wood and hope these guys all continue to play at a high level, stay healthy, and they have a heck of a shot of making a deep postseason run based on what we've seen here tonight. Third and 1. 2 minutes to go. The Raiders milking that play clock as far as they can. 8 on the play clock. Foster, hands off. Bernicini continues to dive forward. Gets the yard he needs. And gets Twin Valley a first down. 1, maybe 2 more plays should just about do it here tonight. And before we get this final score and final couple of plays, let's shout out our sponsors yet again. And again, appreciate all they have done here in the 2025 season and hopefully beyond. Play clock down to 6. Now 4. Foster takes a knee. And I believe he'll have to do it one more time. 4-second difference between the game clock and play clock. Foster takes another snap, takes another knee. And that'll do it here tonight from Twin Valley High School. The Raiders on their home turf on homecoming night put up 42 points, all with Drew Engel leading the way. 6 touchdowns for Drew Engel, number 26. And one of the coolest things, in my opinion, the respect after the game and the handshakes at midfield. No matter the score, no matter the result, the respect is shown by both of these teams, who have thrown punches at each other back and forth, wins and losses over the last 2 seasons. 2 of the top teams in Section 4. Twin Valley gets the last laugh here tonight, and maybe a couple more than they expected. Final score, Twin Valley 42, Lampeter Strasburg 7. And the biggest story in this football game, probably the injuries, both pregame and during the game, for the Pioneers. Well, Drew Engel getting a lot of pats on the back, pats on the helmet. And he is your player of the game. Well, next week, we get to see Lampeter Strasburg in action yet again, hopefully healthy. And while missing, will be their opponent. Pioneers go back home. And they welcome the Spartans. Heck of a showing by Twin Valley. I mean, Drew Engel, absolute monster in the open space, dominated all game long on the ground. But, in all honesty, you put Myers in the backfield at the same time, Same result could probably happen as well, just with the amount of movement that offensive line was getting here tonight. But it was Engel on the receiving end of all of the touchdowns. Put the ball in his hands, good things will happen. And that's what we saw tonight. High snap here. Handled by Falser, I should say. Engel's second touchdown of the game. This time he calls his own number, or I should say first touchdown. This is his second touchdown. Does it himself. This next one is the play of the game, presented by the Reading Raptors. I mean, I think this was his most impressive run of the game. Has some blockers, but has to kind of do it himself. Finds a crease, gets past a couple of D-backs, goes into the end zone, and at that point, that was right after the fumble and probably the turning point of the game by Cunningham. And that set up Engel for his third touchdown of the game. He wasn't done yet there. This time, Myers and Engel both line up in the backfield. Which one's going to get it? It's Engel yet again. He backs his way into the end zone. And that just continued a dominant performance as we get into the second half here. Pistol formation, usually a stretch play, and that's exactly what it was. Engel gets to the near sideline, and he says, nope, I'm going to cut it back upfield. Finds a crease yet again. And honestly, outside of the skill set with Engel, it's definitely his vision as well. And that's why he's your player of the game presented by the Reading Raptors. Again, your final score, 42-7. Twin Valley wins on their home field, and they have 1 week to go to try to finish off a perfect regular season and improve to 10-0. But tonight, they get one step closer to that with a record of 9-0. Before we send you off here tonight, let's shout out our sponsors one more time. Dean's Auto Plaza, Palumbo Foods, Reading Raptors, Palos Restaurant, Footworks, Berks County Views, and Land Hope Farms, all proud sponsors of Friday Night Football on the Flagship Network. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to shout out our team here tonight. Appreciate you guys jumping on board, putting this broadcast together. Super, super impressive work by you guys. Couldn't do it without you. And for my team here, my name is Max Gretzel. I'll say so long from Twin Valley High School. The Raiders come up with a massive win against the Pioneers. Have a great, great weekend, everyone.